Hey there, channel viewers. Thanks for being with me. I am getting to work on replacing some pieces to my Arrma 6S Big Rock. Here I've got suspension mount set, which is, here's rear, front. They're actually labeled. Front, rear, so on. And then I have chassis brace, which are these. This one will go up here on the front. This is really the one I need. This is the one I broke. And I just realized they are the wrong ones. I wonder if this was for the... I think those might be for the Big Rock, not the 6S. Okay, so I've got the front bumper off and I put all the screws back in where they were. I got the whatever this thing is out of the chassis stiffener off, and so now I need to make sure that these pieces up here that are broken are the correct ones. Alright, so I got this apart here, and these little clips are little spacers that went in here. Those bolts went down here, here, and right here. Okay, so I have to take the steering linkage off because it's not even these that are broke. It's actually the front differential upper housing. So yeah, everything I bought to fix this I have to hopefully return and order the correct stuff. So these two screws came out of here, and I got the steering linkage out. Got it just laying over here. These two shorter screws went in here. They kind of go down at an angle. These four screws, two go down there, the other two go in there. So now my upper shock tower is loose. That's aluminum or aluminium. All right, I just took one shock off from here and just flopped it over here out of the way. And this has a pin and it's got a groove. So I'm just going to slide that back in there, and then this little screw, when it goes down through the top, it locks that pin in place. Alright, so I've got the sway bar link loose. It just pops this ball out of this little socket right here, but it's screwed in there. It has this cover and then these two bolts. So this will sit just like this right here. I am strategically taking things apart because I'm unfamiliar with really working on these things. So I'm not going to remove screws and then just set them aside. I need to put them back where I got them from so that I know. Now these 4 bolts go right here. And this just slides right off the front of these pins. And then I can pull these pins, pull the A-arms out. And now the front differential comes out. And did not realize there's a gasket under there, and I ripped the gasket. And then there's a drive shaft. And looks straight, so that's a good thing. Well, that's not good. Straight from the factory, this screw right here is, the head is stripped. So I got to figure out how to get that out of there. Alright, so these 2 screws, those 2 went right down there. Okay, so I've got the parts for this Big Rock 6S. So here's the broken front differential. Here's the brand new. You can see here where these ears had been broken off. And then this chassis brace, which is from the rear, goes in here underneath. These are actually on back order. Well, not only back ordered, but getting a hold of Arma. They have to go through and remove every one of their packages from shelves, stores, their inventory in warehouse, because they were all packaged incorrectly. So the ones that I originally got were, I would guess, for, well, one for a smaller chassis, maybe the Big Rock, and it was about a good inch at least shorter. Obviously that's not going to do any good. So again, Dale at Hobby Works, he took this out of another new Big Rock 6S so that I can get this back together. I mean, it's brand new. I ran this car one time, and so he's a big help here for this, and I'm very grateful for that. So let's get back on this rebuild. All right, so as you can see, inner bearing, outer bearing. There's a little washer right behind the gear, and then you have your drive shaft cup here. So what I'm gonna do is put just a little drop of blue Loctite on here. Doesn't have to be much. It's not a very big bolt or anything, so just to hold it. put it back in. Just snug, doesn't have to be horribly wrenched down. As you can see, it spins very well. With this new kit, which is right here, this particular kit came with all these parts here, including this. Here's the gasket kit number. It's actually 4 of them. You get 4 of them in the pack. And that's what this is right here, which will go here, like so. But that'll be in a moment. Okay, so I finally got the differential put back on. I didn't realize it. Again, I'm a noob. But the new one, the holes aren't threaded. So I was having a tremendous amount of trouble getting screws started. And I figured that out. Anyway, so I got it mounted back onto the chassis. This is just sitting here. That's the front bumper holder, whatever. Got the steering linkage on. It's not screwed down, as you can see, because this piece here, this goes, kind of snaps right straight down in there. Oops. So yeah, that piece goes in, and then just need to tighten these down. It's just finger tight. Don't want to over tighten things yet. Okay, so I figured something out. You know, I took this piece and it goes up here. Well, I'm missing something. And I figured it out. Come on, tripod. This piece attaches to the bottom here. Well, it's broken. On both ends, it's broken. Because I was wondering, why do I have so many broken pieces? right here. There's 5 pieces. Well, so this was part of my new kit. I didn't realize that was broken until just now, because you know, like I said, there's something missing here. And here it is. Now I can reattach that, and yeah. So let me get to that. Okay. I told you I'm not familiar with working on these things. Have to take this differential off because this piece has to fit under the diff cup there on top of the chassis, and this won't fit under, so I gotta take this loose. Yeah, great fun. Okay, so obviously I'm learning something here. So I loosened the 4 screws underneath. These 2 up front I left loose because I'm going to have to pull this off because the lower control arms have to go in before this piece goes on. I don't mind learning new stuff. I don't, but yeah, no. Anyway, one of the reasons I do YouTube videos is so that I can learn and I can teach. And I thought I was documenting this at the very beginning pretty decent, but I watched my previous 7 minutes that I was disassembling things, and I guess I didn't do a good enough job because I'm really struggling putting this back together. But I'm trying. I have an exploded diagram right here, but it's not real user friendly. So anyway, keep on moving on. Okay, so I got the steering put back in, and sure enough, the lower control arm slides into that hole. You can't see it. Slides into that hole right there. And then when this front plate goes back on, it'll slide into I'm talking about that big pin right there. So now I'll put this top cap back on. Okay, so again, steering arms are on, and got these screws tightened down, not over torqued. Yes, I used a drill. It's on a low setting so it doesn't like drive screws through the plastic or whatever. So I will hopefully remember where I was and get back on this later. Right now, dinner time and then church. So I'm back. Hopefully I can get this done tonight. So join with me. All right, I am so confused on this thing, but I'm making progress. I've got both lower control arms in, got the front plate screwed back in from underneath. Still have no clue what this piece is for. And yeah. All right, so I have the shocks reattached. And I have the bulkhead here reattached. Got the shims in here. Right in there. Not 100% sure that's proper. Also, I'm either missing a shim or one side only had 2 versus the other one having 3. I'm not sure. According to the diagram, those shims, I'm supposed to have 3 on each side. One thicker, 2 smaller than the thicker. But I don't ever remember seeing 6 shims. And unfortunately, because of taking this car apart like a week or so ago, it was difficult for me to even figure out how to put this thing back together. I'm just about done with it. I've got a few more pieces to put on. But yeah, I don't remember seeing a 6th spacer. So I may have to order unless I can just make one. It's just a thin piece of plastic that just snapped over the screw. But there's some wiggle in it, in the control arm, upper control arm, that I really don't want there. But unless I can make a new shim or order it, I don't really know what else to do about it. So I'll think on it. I'll just keep working on it. Looks like it's a fairly easy area. Once everything's put together, I can just get to it. So I'm just gonna finish this up. All right, so I actually had a little washer handy, so I was able to put that in there, and I took the slop out of here, and you could actually move it back and forth, but you can't now. I think I mentioned it earlier that this new piece here, all the threads I had to make myself, and well, this one right here, which would be this one, I'm a little worried because that one was stripped, the hole, and I mean I was only putting it in. I wasn't even tightening it down yet, but it never tightened, and so I'm hoping that doesn't cause a leak because of the differential fluid in there. If it does, well, that's a bummer, but I'll deal with it when I have to. So now I'm going to get the sway bar on here, and front bumper. Yep. All right, all right, all right. Got my sway bar hooked back up, Everything's tight. And now front bumper. All right, so I've got my new rear brace in, and now I just need to reinstall this. Okay, well, I've got the chassis brace in here. Everything is tightened down. I'm just gonna throw these new wheels on here. There's a little bit of a size difference there. Well, channel viewers, I've got it all back together. I can't see that I missed anything when I put it all back together. Everything I tightened. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything. Not quite sure where those were, though. Yeah, I can't see anywhere where I misplaced the screws. This one I know for sure that I was missing one of those, but that's because I got a whole new pack of them. Because if you remember up here earlier in the video, one of those screws, the head was bad, straight from factory, so I couldn't get it out without ruining it. But yeah, honestly, I don't know where those 4 other screws would have went. I guess I'll find out when I run it, huh? And while I am at it, this is the brand new red body for this Big Rock 6S. You notice that says $90. That's a pretty healthy chunk of change for a body. As you can see, it's a 2-piece. You don't see anything up here, nothing along in the bed. So this doesn't come with it. This doesn't come with it. Nope, not that. No door handles, no step side, no skid, nothing. No, none of that. None of that comes on this new body. Now this is a big shout out to Arrma. Come on, folks. This is going to cost me somewhere in the vicinity of $360 to build this red body piece by piece by piece. That is insane. Right here's the schematic for every single piece that is needed for this new body. That is half the cost of what I paid for this entire truck. Arrma, what is wrong with you? It's a $700 vehicle, car, toy. But you want $360 for a two-piece body. Well, it's not even two-piece, it's like 102 pieces. Ridiculous. Arrma, come on. I'm the guy that was... You figured out that you had parts on your shelf mislabeled, packaged incorrectly. I'll show you the part. Maybe it'll jog your memory. That part right there. ARA 320620. That broke. This piece right here is broke. Well, it's not now because I replaced it. But Arrma, I'm the guy that figured out the hard way about this new body, figured out the hard way about your mislabeled parts. You had to pull them all off your shelves, out of your warehouses. So, yeah, come on, Arrma. I like your machines, but as you can see, you got a Typhon. Anyway, I got batteries, chargers, this Big Rock 6S, a new body that I haven't even opened because I'm not sure I want to put that kind of money in a body because it'll be nothing but a shelf queen. And so anyway, I'm done with that. All right, I got this machine or this toy back together. Like I said, I have no idea where these 4 extra screws went. I can't see anywhere where they should have gone, unless the new pieces came with it, and I don't remember that. Anyway, it's late. I'm tired. As you can see, my eyes are getting a little red, heavy. Channel viewers, subscribers, thank you for being here. I'll get this back out. I got these new tires on here, these Badland Proline Badlands. MX HP. Here, let me there. Yeah, so I got those on there. The reason I did that, I can't remember if I put that on in the video earlier or not. The reason I did that is because the factory tires, they don't balloon, so there's not a lot of rotating mass to allow you to do backflips. So, and they're kind of hard tread. So like on the road, I could not put this car up to speed, and this thing I think is rated for 65 miles an hour. There's no possible way that you could run it that fast on those factory tires. It's not possible. So I wanted a little bit larger tire, a little bit more grip, easier to balloon a little bit. Hopefully that will help this drive a little easier, because especially when I was backing up, it would do this weird, like the steering was so wobbly. Nose itches. So I'm just rambling on, folks. Thank you for being here. I'll get a video out of that running. Please subscribe. It's free. I really need it. I need to grow this channel. It costs a lot of money, and I'm nowhere near earning money from YouTube. Like I said, that's a $700 toy. That's like $400. The Typhon right there's several $100s. You know, several $100s. That adds up real quick. Like, then you put the batteries in there. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Please share this video, my other videos, subscribe, hit the like button, give it a thumbs up, or even a thumbs down, right? Whatever you want to do, you can do what you want. I would just really appreciate it. I put a lot of time, a lot of hours into this stuff, and you get very little out of it. Meaning, you know, like this video has probably taken me 3 or 4 hours, and you'll get what, half an hour, not even an hour. So yeah. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I don't know what else to say. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. For now, break time.